Welcome back here, top of the fourth action. Got a runner on first after a line single from Orlando and another single here. This one from the freshman Hanley. The throw to third. Orlando's just in there though. Aggressive base running there from Orlando. He's gonna be shaken up on the play.
Now batting the pitcher, number 5, Brendan Garula.
Now Garula, the pitcher, going to be up. We'll see what Garula can do here, stepping in. First pitch, a little outside, 1-0 to Garula.
Yeah, it's a great situation for the Comets. Try to get some runners in first and third. Got to at least get the guy from third in this situation. And Garula, high fly ball.
All the way to the warning track.
But unfortunately, that's going to be a third out for the Comets. So another hard hit from Garula. Just that one, not able to get any runs. So as we move to the bottom of the fourth, score still 0-0.
That's fucking bullshit.
Carter
Rust, accountable for the only hit today for the Firebirds, going to be starting off the bottom of the fourth. He reached on an infield single after a 1-2-3 inning on the bottom of the third from Garula. So he's had himself a game. We'll see if he can continue that into the fourth. Just in there, a little low. Caught the corner though, 0-1 to Russ. Garula starting to mix that breaking ball in there a little more now. Russ hits it high. West camped under that one though, going to be the first out for the Comets.
Yeah, it's a crazy game for the Comets. Like on average, they usually get in the double-digit runs, but now through 4, scoreless. So at least the pitching's holding up pretty well. Brendan Garula been dealing on the mound. Now here's Beal.
You got to give some credit to Beal too on the Dakota West side. A lot different than we saw last week between the Comets and the Firebirds. That had a final score of 12-8 and we're scoreless through 4. 2 early strikes there from Garula. Beal's in a hole. Little outside, first ball to Beal. The 2-strike pitch. Swing and a miss. And Garula sits down another.
Now batting the first baseman, number 3, Brady Webber.
Let's see what the multi-sport athlete Brady Webber can do. Little low, first pitch to Webber. Foul tip, going to be another strike. They get a 1-1 count.
Here's Garula. And this one going to third. On an error there. It's stored at third, so it's unfortunate there. It just took a little bit of a tough bounce. But that's a runner for the Firebirds. So Brady Webber is going to be on first, and now Tim Moore, third baseman, coming up.
That was one of the biggest concerns coming in for the Comets. Was they played a little sloppy in their scrimmages, and a lot of that's due to their young, their young players, a lot of their freshmen and sophomores. But that's a veteran senior, Ben Stewart, on the mistake. You know, it was hard hit, but definitely a play Stewart can make, and just wasn't able to come up with it. We're gonna await the official ruling, but I believe that'll be an error.
Yeah, he's got to be able to move on to the next play, though, especially in this scenario, because if another one's hit to him, good chance to turn double play.
Stewart painting corners again. Excuse me, Garula painting corners. It's gonna be strike 2 on him. Garula with 2 strikes. Foul tip. Staying alive. Garula will try it again. A little half swing. Just gonna go foul. Hanley thought he had it at first. But Garula's gonna set up again. Try to make it another hitless inning. He's been dealing so far. Swung on and missed. Brendan Garula having himself a day, sits down another, and Comets will have another chance coming up in the top of the 5th.
Yeah, just an amazing performance from Garula. He's been getting it done all year, the junior, and this is going to be another guy the Comets will have next year as well, so it's going to be a key piece to this team, and just super impressive. So, man, 4 scoreless innings for both teams as we move on to the top of the 5th. Yeah, it's an absolute, just surprising for the Comets. They've been close a lot of times, left a lot of guys on base on the offensive side. I mean, they've hit a lot of balls. They haven't had many strikeouts. Firebirds have had a lot more strikeouts than the Comets. So, I mean, they've been hitting them in play. Just unfortunately, sometimes hard hits right at some of these fielders.
Yeah, really the story's just been Comets hitting them where the Firebirds are. And that's usually a good sign. You know, when the Comets are hitting, hopefully that can change a little bit. That's just been a little luck. Hasn't gone Mason's way so far, but we got 3 innings left to go. And we'll see what the Comets can do.
Leading off the bench for the Comets, the second baseman, number 27, Drew Cox.
Now the sophomore Cox will be up. Young talent. He can pitch as well. First pitch swing, and that's going to be right to Beal. He's going to track it down right over to first base. Not wasting any time. Beal getting the first out of the 5th.
Yeah, we really talked about Garula a lot, but how about the job that Beal's been doing? Just as well, he's been matching every step of the way.
Now Brady Blail get his second attempt of the day. Struck out in his first appearance. First pitch to him is going to be a little low.
It's going to be interesting to see which one of those teams is going to go to their bullpen first. Both the starters have been dealing, but around 5 innings sometimes to see if these guys are going to tire out a little bit. And this is a game, it's just going to come down to one hit can maybe change the complexion of this game for either team. So whoever maybe gets that big hit, big play, got to jumpstart these offenses. It's probably going to be the winner.
I think right now both coaches haven't even glanced yet. Awkward spot, but fielded by the Firebirds. Great play there from the second baseman. That's going to retire Bly.
Yeah, some great hustle by Bly. They're down the line. Just unfortunately not able to get there. And the 9-hole up, Kevin West, again for the Comets. He struck out his last time up. Still looking for that first hit on the year.
Yeah, seeking his first hit of the season. The righty, known for his play in center field. First pitch dealt, gonna be right down the middle. Kevin's still looking for his pitch. Way early on that one, out in front. That's low. But swung on and missed for strike 2. Kevin West is in a hole.
Yeah, he's been getting in some of these tough counts, just like last time. That one is close there, but gonna be a little bit high, so it's gonna be 1 and 2 now.
West fortunate there. That call's been going, all sorts of ways today. Both pitchers doing a really good job painting corners. And early once again for West is going to make another 1-2-3 inning this time for Lakota West.
That's a really nice off-speed pitch there from Beal. That's going to retire to the side, so going to the bottom of the 5th. Both teams looking for their first run.
Heading into the bottom of the 5th, Lakota West still looking for their first run. Mason hasn't done much better offensively.
Yeah, it's been a struggle for both offenses, but I mean, you got to give a lot of credit to the pitching. I mean, it's been tough for both offenses. That's been due to the great pitching. Beal, one of the best in the GMC, and Gruel as well. Both those guys have pretty low ERAs. Aces of their teams just been doing a great job. So
it's kind of what you expected from both aces. We knew that coming in. Gruel has yet to give up a run this season. Beal has an ERA of 1 on the other end, so it's kind of what you expect.
Yeah, he went 7 innings. He went all 7, I believe, in one of his starts. So a lot of strikeouts and
2 pitchers that have yet to need a reliever in any of their games. Gruel, not an official complete game because of the run rule. He only went 4 2/3, but seeking his first complete game, going pretty strong here. It's going to be a strike, 0-1. Swing and a miss.
It's always nice to have a strong pitcher and ace, but it's nice when you have a lefty too. Just it's definitely nice to have a mix of lefty and righties and just kind of make it tough on your team a little bit. So
2 strikes. Garula wasting no time at all today. Always getting ahead in counts. It's going to be ball 2 here. And Garula he's not afraid to go out of batter. He's really aggressive. He doesn't like to pitch around guys. This is going to offer a full count now.
Yeah, that one a little high. He tried to probably place that one a little closer to the strike zone and get him to chase, but that one just way out of the zone there, a little bit high and outside.
Swung on and missed. Strike 3. Brendan Garula again starts the inning off with a strikeout.
This is a Reds game, Ben. I'll be getting some of LaRosa's pizza.
11 strikeouts. We got that earlier today, actually. I don't think LaRosa's going to make that deal with Mason baseball, but we can pretend they do.
I sure wish they did. That'd be nice. Garula, man, just you can go on and just talk about how impressive this performance is, especially this is first action since freshman year, basically this year. So that one a little high though for ball 1.
The 1-0. Fouled off behind the plate. I hope that didn't hit my car. That one's gonna go over to the storage unit. Make it a 1-1 count. Third baseman calls a time. And strike, but dropped again by Bly. Lucky that's only strike 2. Not gonna mean much. 1-2 count now. Gurula ahead in the count once again. And I'd love to get the official stat of how many batters he's gotten ahead in the count to so far today.
Seems like just about everyone. Always throws that first pitch strike. That's a huge stat. You see it around the MLB. Pitchers when they are in 0-1 have a much better ERA, a lot more strikeouts, and that can really just change the complexion of the at bat. Getting that first pitch strike.
That one's going to be a little bit low. That'll leave in the count at 2. Gurula's going to take his time. Getting a little sweaty. Some great work. Going 4 1/3 so far. That one's popped up out of play once again.
It's similar spot as before.
Okay.
We'll try the 2-2 again.
Gurula. That's a nice pitch. Another off-speed pitch down low. He's got the last 2 West hitters on that same pitch. So, what a job there. Trying to strike out the side now.
And that matches Gurula's tenure last game. Went 4 2/3. If he can get this batter out, or any batter, the next batter, it'll be 5. Little outside for ball 1. The 1-0 is going to be put in the same spot. Gurula just blew that right past him. And we've seen a lot of those. Gurula doesn't throw many breaking balls.
Yeah, when he does, it's usually he likes to throw them when he gets ahead in the count in those 1-2 situations with 2 strikes. He's gotten his last 2 strikeouts on those off-speed pitches.
And Gurula maybe got a little help there from the umpire. That one's a little low, but they'll give it to him. So now the 2-2. Strike 3. Brendan Gurula strikes out the side.
That gets him with the heater this time. He got the first 2 guys with a breaking ball, this one with the heater. And, man, Brendan Gurula, super impressive performance. Just really, he was supposed to be good this year. He was supposed to be one of the main pitchers for the Comets. I'm not sure anyone predicted that he could be this good, especially with that time off last year. And just an amazing performance. So now top of the 6th, still 0-0, still searching for this first run.
Yeah, and I think that's like you said. It's either a big play, a big hit. It's going to be what sparks this team. You know, no team's really been able to get any momentum because everything Gurula does for the Comets pitching-wise, Beal's just been able to match. And the heavy bats on both sides, you know, it's a little different story. Firebirds on a strikeout from Gurula, but on Mason, they're just hitting it where the Firebirds are. Some weak hits that really aren't going anywhere.
Yeah, it's been tough. There's been some guys. Storts struggled a little bit today. One of the best power hitters, not only on this team but in this conference, with 2 homers this year already. So he's a guy who can change the game with 1 at bat, with 1 pitch. So it's going to be exciting to see if the Comets can try to get something going.
We're going to be back at the top of the lineup. It's kind of the area you want to be, especially with Indiana baseball commit Max Johnson up as your leadoff hitter. This will be the 3rd time Beal has seen this lineup, top to bottom.
It's a big advantage for the Comets. It gets easier and easier every time you see the same pitcher up. By now, 3rd time through the order. See if they can kind of get a better grasp on Beal's stuff.
It's going to be the same way on the other end. Gurula going to see those batters for a 3rd time. We've just the matching of both pitchers. 0-2 now to Johnson. And
that's a low strike. That's a wow.
Questionable call, but we may have seen that one on the other end too. And Johnson's not happy with the umpire. Just kind of a shock. Really, everyone was expecting that strike call.
Yeah, that one is pretty low. Seems to almost be in the dirt there. Definitely a little surprising, but yeah, like you said, Grulla did get a low one earlier, but I feel like that one was even lower than Grulla's pitch.
Stewart first pitch swing, that's going to go foul.
And Stewart, one of the guys we mentioned before, big power hitter, and he is one of the rare guys who has the ability to change this game with one pitch. If you put it in the wrong spot to Stewart, then you're going to pay.
Leads the GMC in home runs with 2 already on the season through 4 games. Going to be down here 0-2 in a hole.
He had a strikeout earlier in this game. 0-2 now. And a strikeout looking. So another one. Stewart didn't like that call. And just like that, back-to-back strikeouts. And it's just been an amazing pitcher's duel. So
Cowan fans and coaches really starting to get on edge, unhappy with a couple of those last calls. It's 2 straight strikeouts looking. 2 of them have been questionable. We'll see what Molnar can do now.
Yeah, they've been some tough calls, but on 0-2, if it's close, I mean, you're better off swinging. It's close to the zone. You don't want to put that call in the hands of the umpires in a situation like that.
And a walk to Michael Molnar as we dealt with some technical difficulties there.
Number 13, Jackson, Orlando.
It's a nice job by Molnar in that situation. It's not like you have to get a hit. The Comets just need some base runners. Let's see if Jackson Orlando, he has some power too, as we see some of the outfielders shooting back here.
Billy Bean would be happy with that classic Moneyball concept. Get runners on and move them over. You know, a lot of guys in the MLB rely too much on home runs nowadays.
Yeah, that was a big problem with the Reds last year. They struggled. They didn't score any runs in the playoff games against the Braves. Everyone hit like under 240, I think, besides Winkers. So that's a big problem. In the MLB, it seems like there's only 3 outcomes for a lot of guys: walk, strikeout, or home runs. It's nice to see those good old singles, kind of hit and run, some stuff that the game's gotten away from. So
Pickoff attempt to Molnar. Molnar's going to get back in time. He's someone, a threat on the base paths. He's got 1 stolen base so far in the year. And there he goes. Molnar steals. No one's there to cover. And Molnar's going to be in there safely at second.
a little bit of a bad throw there and some miscommunication by the Firebirds. Nice job by Molnar taking advantage of that. If that one got a little farther, a little more of an overthrow, Molnar maybe could have gotten third, but tough when you slide to get back up, try to get that extra base.
And that puts Beal in a tough position now. You got a runner in scoring position. A single can change this game with how well Gruhl has been pitching.
And there appears to be Firebirds player in the bullpen just getting up, stretching a little bit. So let's see if this maybe could be the last inning of Beal. You never know.
I believe the count's 1-2 now. We'll see if Orlando can get anything going. Molnar at second. Half swing. They're going to say he didn't go. Mason's gotten a couple of those calls to go their way. Maybe a makeup call or something like that. Those Dakota West fans aren't happy about that.
Let's see if Orlando can take advantage here. Probably only needs a single now with Molnar in scoring position.
And he's not going to get it.
Strikeout. So, man, 3 strikeouts there for Beal. And 3 strikeouts for so that's 6 outs in this game involving strikeouts.
You know, that's not the baseball you want to see, especially from an offensive standpoint. But how about the pitchers? We can't talk about it enough.
Man in scoring position. And, this guy.
So we're going to head to the bottom of the 6th. Lakota West is going to get their chance. Gorilla going to try to shut them down again. Lakota West, as we saw last inning, started with their first bullpen action that we've seen today from either team.
Rule still on the mound here.
Can we get somebody to close that gate down there?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to park him. I'll close my.
I don't think he can get out. He tried a minute ago. I think he got him trapped.
You know, the fatigue's going to set in now for Gorilla. He's got to keep physically and mindset, just got to stay in this game.
It really gets tougher and tougher every inning. Not only the fatigue, like you mentioned, but now pitchers seeing Gorilla for the 3rd time here.
For a pitcher that relies on velocity, fatigue is going to be real. Gorilla spent a lot of time as a reliever his freshman year, and this year stepped into a new role, expected to be the ace of the Comets. Everyone thought maybe Jake Hanley, the freshman, but due to his lack of experience, only a freshman, they kind of moved into that closer spot, at least for now, until he gets to see some more batters. Maybe they'll move him into a starter role, but...
And he's a good first baseman as well, too. Tall, yeah, has a big frame, so a good first baseman, so that's where he is now.
Of the 6th inning, the center fielder, number 5.
This guy's coming in talking to Gorilla a little bit as Nathan Davis is going to be up for the Firebirds.
Kind of give him some encouragement. Brady Blail, the catcher, Brendan Gorilla, the pitcher, been best friends for a long time. You know, that chemistry is important. And like you said earlier, a catcher can have a lot of impact on how well a pitcher does in a game. And I know Blail and Gorilla are definitely comfortable with each other. First pitch from Gorilla is high.
And Davis going to take a ball there. Let's see. His accuracy is going to go down a little bit. Here's a 1-0. And that one a little high and outside as well. So 2-0 to Davis. Hitters count. Gorilla just trying to get one in.
Davis shows bunt, pulls it back. Still in the zone for Gorilla. It's going to be big to get that first strike.
It just shows the speed that Davis has, trying to lay down a bunt with nobody on base. So.
Pops this one straight up out of play. So 2-2 now. Counts even to Davis.
Now we've seen a lot of Firebirds hit that foul ball back behind the right side late on Gorilla's fastball a couple times. So now full count here, trying to get the first man out. One of the biggest pitches of this game.
Gorilla hasn't been behind a lot, so he's not really going to know what to do. Puts that one high, and the Firebirds lead off base runner with no one out.
Yeah, another scary thing about that is Davis. He's pretty fast at first base. It could be a guy who could steal. And definitely not the ideal situation for the Comets. Davis getting a pretty big lead there at first. Rule though lefty, he'll be able to see him a little easier.
The bunt's down. Rule it to first. They get the runner.
Looked like Davis thought about going to third, but instead he comes back as Cox turns around.
Well, it's interesting because that wasn't Cox, that was West. And there was no one covering second at first, so Davis wasn't really cautious, wasn't really aware. West comes in all the way from center field. Unfortunately, the the first baseman, Hanley, wasn't able to see him.
So good job on the sacrifice there. So 1 out, runner in scoring position. It's one of the best opportunities West had all game. They haven't had many runners in scoring position. Comets have had a few. They've had some situations with first and third, but Firebirds haven't had many guys in scoring position. It's a chance to forget all about it here. Forget about their offensive struggles. All I need is one big single, and that one's high.
The fatigue's definitely showing a little bit for Garula. That's 2-0 count now. He's throwing a few more balls than we've seen in the first few innings. 2-0 count. 3-0. Not the situation Garula wants to be in.
Looks like the Comets getting someone throwing in the bullpen.
The 3-0 from Garula. Swings at a 3-0 pitch. It was a strike anyway. Not able to connect. Hitters count now. And a low, and that's a makeup call. You definitely saw that. They gave a strike to Beal, and they're gonna make it a full count and give that strike right to Garula. It's a low pitch.
Yeah, so just like that, 3-0 working back in it, full count. What a big pitch from Garula, and he gets him swinging, so up 3-0. Garula still able to punch him down there with a strikeout swing. Huge right now because 2 outs, so we're not going to be able to advance the runner in any sacrifice plays now with 2 outs, so Davis going to be running on any contact over there at second.
Yeah, Beal the pitcher up, going to see if he can get himself any help. But Garula, that just speaks to how strong he is mentally. And staying in that count, Beal fouls off the first pitch.
Yeah, Beal struggled a little bit at the plate against Garula.
And vice versa.
Yeah.
Garula struggled at the plate against Beal. Let's see what the lefty can do. 0-1. Little low. Even at the count at 1.
Yeah, it's pretty good placement by Garula. A little low, trying to get Beal to chase there. Some off-speed stuff. Still in a pretty good situation at 1-1. And that one ripped pretty good, but that one's going to be foul by Beal. Just out in front there. So now 1-2. Let's see if Garula will go with off-speed pitch low, trying to get Beal to chase with this 1-2 count.
Just a long strike there. Garula in a pretty good position now, ahead 1-2. Back to what he's usually been at earlier in this game.
Huge pitch right here. Runner on second, 2 outs. Full count.
Smoke to Beal, and that's going to get down. Davis is going to come around to score, and just like that, the Firebirds have the lead.
Yeah, really nice hit by Beal. He didn't try to do too much. He wasn't swinging for the fences or anything. Instead, he made solid contact, and the ball dropped right in that shallow left field area where none of the Comets are able to come up with it. Just kind of in no man's land. That's a really good approach by Beal. A lot of guys in that situation probably want to swing too hard, swing to the fence. Instead, he protects with 2 strikes. And a really great job by Beal on the mound. And, of course, getting an RBI there. So he's helping himself out, not only trying to get the win for his team, but get the win for himself on the mound.
And that one smoked. Cox right there, going to get the easy out over at shortstop to Johnson. And now Beal, who just brought in the only run, is going to have a chance to close out this one. Complete game shutout.
Hey, let's go.
At top of the 7th coming. And it wasn't super flashy or crazy hit by Beal, but it sure gets the job done. And man, so that 3-2 walk was, I was big in the first batter to Davis. That was kind of what turned around the complexion of the game, was if that was a strikeout or out, then Beal would just be on first base for 2 outs. Instead, that walk allowed Davis to come around on the Beal RBI. So the Comets trying to keep their undefeated record going at 4-0. Already beat the Firebirds 12-8 now. This one a lot different, down 1-0, top of the 7th.
And it's going to be all up to Hanley, Garula, and then Cox for the Comets. The 5-6-7. Top of the 7th, last chance for the Comets. What can they get going here? Beal's gonna have a chance to close it out. He's gone 6 scoreless.
It's super impressive start. One of the best pitchers in the GMC. I've gone 7 innings this year. He's only given up 1 run, so now through 13 innings, only 1 run on the year. So that's super impressive. Now his earned run average is going to be below 1, I would say, Ben, if it was at 1 coming into this game.
Hey, you never know. There's still an inning left. Comets hoping for that to change. Hanley leading off the inning, the freshman first baseman.
And a lefty going in the bullpen. Throwing pretty hard now, trying to warm up in case Beal needs someone else. Hopefully the Comets can get to that bullpen guy in this situation.
First pitch, a ball to Hanley, and the count on that as they noticed their last chance, last inning.
Getting up, rallying, trying to cheer on Hanley. It's huge at bat, and he smokes one, but right to the second baseman again. So another kind of unfortunate hit, tough out, good hard contact. So the Comets down to their final 2 outs, and Brendan Grula up, trying to get himself off the loss column. Unfortunately, if the Comets aren't able to win, that's going to be a tough loss when you only give up 1 run through 6. So.
Yeah, gonna have any way to help himself out. The lefty pitcher, he's hitting right. First pitch to him's gonna be a ball. That's up high.
It's a good pitch by Beal. You can kind of tell his velocity's going a little bit down, but his accuracy's not. He's still getting the ball over the plate and hitting the spots in the corners.
B11, evens up the count as 1. So they're going to switch out the balls here. Garula, the 1-1. Swings on and hits that down third base line. Just foul. I think Garula's kind of fortunate there. That would have been a close play at first.
Yeah, Garula hustling down the line. Tough throw for third base. And I thought that was an Ephus pitch for a second, man. And then I kind of saw him switching out the ball there. But Garula in a hole now.
1-2. Garula swings on, another grounder, this time to the shortstop, fielded cleanly. Comets down to their final out. It's going to be all up to the sophomore, Drew Cox.
Yeah, Grula frustrated about that. Comets been hitting the ball hard, but the problem is that they're either getting under it or over it. They haven't really had a ton of line drives. They've had a lot of hard grounders and a lot of hard pop-ups, but it's been pretty easy plays. Lakota West hasn't had to make too many difficult plays from the Comets, hitting it hard, just either pop-ups at sky too long or just grounders right to the infielders.
Drew Cox nails that one down the left field line. It's be caught on by the Firebirds. And game 2 of the series belongs to Lakota West. The only RBI of the game and a shutout from Jacob Beal. You know, the game ball's going to go to him, no doubt about that one. But from Lakota West, I'm Ben Haller.
I'm Evan Amazon, and thanks for tuning in.